Hello, hello. So the link to the original is on the description. If you can go and give it a like to the original creator, and better yet, if you can let it play muted while you watch my react, would be very nice to give the original creator his views. Okay, this video is America Airborne Beavers. Operation Beaver drop. Yes, this actually happened. I have no idea what this is about. I saw the thumb, so it was, I think, it's some beavers with how do you say in English? Parachutes? Parachutes, I think. Okay, let's go. The fat electrician.
This is easily one of my favorite stories of all time, and it is the epitome of it's not stupid if it works.
Oh, it's not stupid if it works. Okay, let's go.
That time that a bunch of World War II veterans that worked for the Idaho Fish and Game.
Ooh, World War II veterans. You already know that they gonna be men of action.
Department got assigned the task of relocating a bunch of beavers to a different habitat, and they decided that the cheapest, safest, most cost-effective way to go about that was to strap them to parachutes and throw them out of a plane. And we're gonna get into it right after this.
What? I mean, it depends on how much. What's the number of beavers? Maybe depending on the number of beavers, it could be done, but that's the idea that we would have, you know. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
This video is brought to you by Conflict of Nations, a free online PvP.
Because it's the type of idea that I see being refused because it's silly. Like, you know a good way to move the beavers from another habitat? Let's put them on planes and parachute them on the ground. What the fuck?
Military strategy game. It is based on a World War III type scenario where you get to pick your own country, or you can pick a state inside of the United States, because that's really the only way to make it fair for everybody else. Otherwise, America would be the instant win. Personally, I always start out as playing Iowa for obvious reasons, and my first order of business.
I don't think Brazil would fight if there was a World War III. I'm not sure about that. There is the BRICS, right? There is the BRICS, so it would be very bad to be in the side of Russia and China. What the fuck? I'm not fight for them.
From Minnesota into Upper Iowa. They can't win a Super Bowl and they're not going to win this battle. It's an easy W. But you don't have to attack. Remember, this is a strategy game. You can be diplomatic and form an alliance with another nation and work together. I mean, you could. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna build up my army with tanks, jets, and nuclear submarines and turn my attention to Wisconsin. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The nuclear submarines are not super helpful in.
Is that how the lines of your states on the United States? It's very rectangular. Completely different how it goes here in Brazil. In Brazil, I think every state is like this here, you know? There is not, at least I don't remember seeing perfect square.
Warfare, but that's the type of flexibility that
I think only Brasilia, that is a city that was made to be the capital, is a perfect square. Outside of that, every state is kind of natural line.
Taking over Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. I'm gonna put a nuclear submarine in every one of those lakes. Anyways, if you want to give it a try, it's available on both PC and mobile. And if you use my link and discount code down below, you're gonna get 13,000 free gold and a free 1-month membership. Let's get back to the video.
Ooh, let's go. Chapter 1, nice beavers.
All right, let's just take this from the top. Beavers, okay, one of my favorite animals. Why? Because I believe it is the animal that is most similar to humans. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, what about monkeys? What about apes? What about chimpanzees? They've all got thumbs and they poke shit with sticks and they eat bananas just like people do. That's fine. I understand that they're very similar to people. But beavers are the most similar to humans in spirit. We're the only animals on the planet with the audacity to walk into a new ecosystem and be like, wow,
let's change it.
I hate everything about this. I could migrate.
Let's change everything about this.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with option B and change everything about the world around me to make it suit me better and fuck everybody else. Now, do I enjoy the wetlands?
Very human, very human. And to the beavers, they do the things on the water. How is the name? I forgot the name. The barricades that they do with the wood, right? So yeah, it's a change that they do like humans do.
With their dams? No.
Oh, it's dams. You call it dams, okay.
Damn. However, game recognized game because when a beaver sees running water and is like,
"You gonna do this? Okay, fine." That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
it's no different than when it's July and it's hot out and I decide to turn my air conditioner on so I can domesticate the wind so that my balls aren't hot, okay? It's about changing the environment around you rather than changing yourself. Okay, it's just that species-wide main character energy of, I don't need to evolve anymore, I'm perfect how I am, I'm going to evolve the world around me to some shit that I like more. So, while I have a great childish respect for beavers, unfortunately for
I like this shirt with this duck.
The beavers between the 15, 16, 17, 1800s, their furs made dope-ass hats. And they were really
Oh yeah,
popular.
he had that where the Special 2. I never played the one, so only the 2. I had that where the Special 2, it's an animal that you can hunt a lot, so I guess it's one that I was hunted
Popular all across
a
Europe,
bunch.
and the beavers were almost hunted to extinction.
Holy shit.
Okay, and as I'm sure you can imagine, no beavers means no beaver dams means no wetlands, and no wetlands messes up the entire ecosystem. Okay, we can't have it. We gotta quit killing all the beavers. So the early 1900s, people realized this. They put protections on the beavers, and we quit trying to hunt them to extinction and actually try to help encourage their population to build back up. Okay, fast forward like 50 years, 1945, 1946, right around then. All the young men that went off and fought World War II are coming back. They got a bunch of money for fighting that war. They want to get a wife, build a house, have some kids, do people things.
Try to do that. Try to do that today.
So they start expanding, and one of the places this happens in is a town called McCall, Idaho. And they start expanding, and the town gets bigger and bigger, and eventually it displaces a bunch of beavers that have been out in the woods doing beaver things for hundreds of years. And these new beavers get displaced, and they go out and they start fucking up a bunch of farmers' fields and irrigation systems. And it gets to the point that the people in the town are just going to start shooting these beavers because they're messing everything up. At this point, the Idaho Fish and Game Department, presumably also full of World War I and World War II veterans, steps in and like, no, we're not gonna kill these beavers. These guys are awesome. They do a lot for the environment. We're gonna take them. We'll move them somewhere else where they can thrive.
We're not killing beavers. We're just relocating them.
So here's the plan. They're gonna capture the beavers alive. They're gonna drive them as far as they can on roads, and then they're gonna pack them in on horses and mules.
In horses? Now? Maybe how do you call it? Let me see here. Carroça. Carroça em inglês. Maybe in a wagon or a cart. Maybe in a cart or a wagon being pulled by a horse. Maybe could it work?
And miles into the wilderness where they're not going to be near any humans ever. And this is a complete disaster pretty much from the start. They capture the beavers alive, stick them in a cage, throw them on a truck, try to drive them hours and hours into the wilderness. This is really hard on them because beavers, they're a lot like me. I like to sit in my house in the air conditioning.
It would probably be bad for them because of the temperature and the mental disposition for them too. Would be stressful for the animal. One of the things that affect more is the stress.
Sit in their dams in the nice, damp, wet environment to keep cool. Beavers can't keep cool on the back of an air-conditioned truck in the mid-1940s. A lot of them are getting heat stroke, they're passing out, they're dying, they quit eating, or they get super agitated and they're very combative the entire time because they're hot. Then, even if the beavers do survive the truck ride, they're all pissed off and angry, and now they're getting strapped to a horse or a mule, and that pisses off the horse because you've got a bunch of angry beavers all over them. And now the horse is pissed off, and the whole thing just, it doesn't work. So now the Fish and Game Department is like, well, what are we going to do? We got to save all these beavers. We want to get them up in the mountains so they can build their wetlands. It's going to help protect the town from flash flooding. It's going to prevent erosion. It's going to be great for the environment. We got to save these guys. And one guy at the Fish and Game Department presumably is like, I mean, I got an idea. Hear me out. We do have an awful lot of extra surplus parachutes from World War II laying around, and we've got a plane. Okay, now to us in 2024, this sounds insane.
Yeah, it's an idea that would be thrown out maybe for fun or I don't know.
Okay, there's no OSHA, there's no like rules and regulations, and it's in Idaho, which is basically the middle of nowhere at this point.
Oh yeah, there's no, they just can do it if they want.
These guys what to do. A bunch of World War I, World War II veterans are like,
why not?
That's actually a pretty good idea, Jimmy. You know, it did work in Normandy, and the beavers aren't even going to have Germans shooting at them, so I mean, pretty high likelihood they'll be fine. Let's try it.
Holy shit, they Hot damn.
So, first order of business, we got to develop a box that opens up once it hits the ground and gets the beavers to the ground safely. Pretty simple. It's basically 2 halves of a box with some holes drilled in it. They weave the rope through. Once the parachute lands, there's no more tension on the rope. The box just kind of falls open. The beavers get out and start doing beaver things. So first we're going to test it before we put any innocent beavers at risk. We're going to take some empty weights, put them in the boxes, go up in the plane, drop them over the practice field, see how it goes. Goes fine the first couple of times. Okay, let's try it with 1 beaver just for practice. So they go ahead, they pick an older male. He's out of his breeding prime, potentially dangerous to some of the younger males. If something does happen,
so if he dies, it's not as bad.
Geronimo, because they're a bunch of meatheads and that shit's funny. So they put him in.
What's the name?
Out most of his life. They name him Geronimo because they're
Geronimo
meatheads and that shit's funny. So they put him in a crate. They take him up in the plane, drop him off over the practice field from 800 feet. Geronimo makes it and survives. Now, obviously,
holy shit, it's worth
it. In one basket because of 1 successful test run. We need multiple test runs to be certain that this is going to work. And now that Geronimo is technically our lucky beaver, he's going to do it again. So he does. Geronimo does it again and again and again. And he keeps jumping, like more than 12 jumps this beaver makes. And by the end,
you have to do more than 1 time to know if it's right or not.
Parks employees reported that Geronimo would actually run up to them and help them put him in the crate because
what the hell?
Go again. This is animal abuse, and what if one of those boxes didn't open after the parachute landed? Okay, first of all,
it's a risk, but
I've already went over the options. A, they could stay where they were at, being displaced, and end up getting shot by farmers for messing up their crops.
Yeah. If you don't try it to change, people gonna kill them. So that's the only option, I guess. Even if it's out of different kind of option to do.
B, they could spend days in transit on the truck and on a pack mule suffering and potentially dying. Or C, we can throw them in an airplane, fly them there in 15 minutes, and then throw them out the side. They can get their jump wings while they're doing their Band of Beavers reenactment, okay? It's literally the best option. Okay, secondly, why are you worried about the box not opening? Like, did you think about this at all?
It's wood. It's wood. They can open it.
And that's a beaver. Okay, literally the only animal in the animal kingdom known for cutting down trees with its fucking face. I have the utmost confidence that if one of those boxes malfunctions, the beaver is going to figure it out. All right, so now they have their beaver delivery method. They develop a plan.
Let's see how it goes.
A bunch of different locations all over this wooded.
Let me see. Little Wood River, Idaho, no beaver area, Balk Creek Road. Introduce beaver area.
Where they're going to be able to drop these beavers off in groups of like 3 to 5, 2 males, 3 females, 1 male, 3 females, something like that. Enough that they're going to be able to rebuild their own little colonies, but they're going to be spread out enough that they're not going to congregate into one thing, and it's going to be a humongous boost to the beaver population. This is what conservation's all about. So they get that all figured out. They have the plan in place. They know the delivery method. Now they just got to go catch all the beavers. So they go back to town, catch them all. There's 76 of them. They take them back. They start loading them in
76?
and they're going to take them up in the plane and throw them out the side.
Okay.
And here's the best part about the whole thing.
Videos.
They filmed it.
Let's go, moleque. Now you're talking about.
Box. Nearly ready
What the hell?
Back into the mountain.
And
he's using just his hands. I mean, they are World War II and 1 veteran, so I guess they're not gonna be afraid of losing a finger or 2.
Where you can really start to see that this is a different time. I mean, look at this absolute Chad just manhandling this beaver.
Just don't care.
With no safety equipment, no gloves, no eye pro, nothing. If this were modern day, that guy would have
would take too much time.
Protective gloves up to his elbow. He'd have safety glasses with a hard hat, with a face shield, with a leather apron. He'd have 2 dudes holding his hand while he did it.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Just to make the safety guy happy. No. This is just some angry war veteran throwing a beaver into a box like it's another 8-hour workday. It's fantastic. That's it. They get the beavers loaded up on the plane. The plane takes off. They drop all the beavers in their designated drop zones. 75 out of the 76 survive.
Ooh, nice. Only 1? Ah, man.
They know this. I'm assuming they had people on the ground at the different drop locations.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sure the box is opened or that the beavers made it or whatever.
Let people in the ground on the place that they want to put the beavers to observe how it goes.
Apparently, the one beaver that didn't make it had somehow either slipped through the crack when the rope
What
was
the
loose
heck?
or eaten his way out of the box after they let it out of the plane. And the beaver was last seen standing on top of the box with the parachute above him. And he
What
probably
the
would have
heck?
been fine, except when he got 75 feet off the ground, he decided to
To
jump.
jump. Only
So,
one of them.
That's kind of sad, but on the other hand, you know, natural selection. If the other 75 beavers figured it out and you didn't, it's probably on you. On a happier note, though, the boys at the Fish and Game Department decided to hook up their lucky beaver, Geronimo. This is posted in the Journal of Wildlife Management, Volume 14, Number 2, April of 1950. The article, Transplanting Beavers by...
What the hell? Transplant beavers by airplane and parachute. Elmo W. Hirte, Idaho Fish and Game Depth, McCall, Idaho. For number, holy shit, it was in the journal.
Elmo W. Heater,
Or ever service the mature beavers, or ever the sexing of young beavers is difficult. The best result
Idaho Fish and Game Department, McCall, Idaho. And I quote, Geronimo had a priority reservation on...
I was hearing he saying the name, and I was hearing Geronimo. So is Geronimo. Geronimo. I was hearing Geronimo. Where is this coming from? But it's Geronimo. Okay, Geronimo. How is this pronunciation?
McCall, Idaho. And I quote, Geronimo had a...
Geronimo. I was hearing Geronimo. I was like, what the fuck is his name? Geronimo, just his pronunciation, it was strange to me.
Geronimo had a priority reservation on the first ship into the hinterland, and that with 3 young females went with him. They had to hook up their boy, and he made it. Apparently, they went to check in on him a couple years later, and his new colony was, and I quote, very well established.
Nice.
And Geronimo was not unique in that, because pretty much every drop zone ended up turning into a thriving beaver colony in the following
So it
years,
worked.
because they kept tabs on this entire thing. And not
Beavers
only
in
did it work,
parachutes.
it was also super cost effective, because according to this journal, the cost of transplanting one of these colonies was $30. It was $2 for the box, $16 for the surplus cargo parachute, and the flight time, man hours, and...
Bro, imagine how it would cost today to do something like this. The amount of bureaucracy that would go throughout the process. Holy shit.
Fuel totaled to $12 for a total of $30 per colony. And just to be clear, that's the actual crazy part about this story. It's not the fact that they actually had airborne beavers to go save the environment. No, that seems pretty reasonable. The crazy part is that these guys back in the 1940s managed to get the job done, have fun, and record it, and they did it for like $300 to $500. Because we all know in modern times, if they wanted to do this, there'd have to be a
man, what the hell?
impact study that costs the U.S. taxpayers $25 million just so that the government could determine that if you drop beavers off in the forest, they will in fact do what beavers do. And then once the government goes ahead and says it is in fact okay to put beavers in the woods,
more money to prepare.
Years for Lockheed Martin and Boeing to bid on the contract worth $100 million to relocate 100 beavers into the woods.
Is it just me, or was that the stupidest thing we've ever seen?
Sorry, I'm ranting. In conclusion, the moral of the story is if it sounds dumb, but it works, it's not that dumb, and sometimes it's ridiculously cost-effective to just let people do their job. Also, beavers are cool, and airborne beavers are even cooler, and this has been the story of America's band of beavers, the airborne paratrooper beavers that went in to save the environment. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over to fatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Okay, nice video.
I didn't make a single vagina joke in that entire video.
What the fuck?
Finally maturing. Oh,
Vagina joke? I don't understand. Why? Beaver has something to do with it? Maybe it's a joke that the people that grew up speaking English could understand better, maybe.
Don't forget to go check out Conflict of Nations, okay? You get to pick your own country, mainly the United States. Why? Because they've got spotted cow beer.
Okay. Nice video. Very nice to know about this this work. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching up to the end. If you did, comment something, maybe recommend something for me to watch. Give a like, subscribe. Bye bye.